Hello team and welcome to another ATP Geopolitics video with myself, Jonathan M.S. Pearce. Today is a geography lesson of sorts. I just want to do a standalone video. I know I've done this before in two segments separately. I've answered this question and in comments something like 5 or 6 times. This type of comment. I just want to put this out there. Most of you will know this already just as a reference video, so I can link the video rather than go through explaining myself every time. It's based on comments like this. So this comment came out again the other day, today actually, 5 hours ago. Left and right banks are arbitrary terms. East and south banks are not. And you consistently refer to the Ukraine side as the right bank. Wishful thinking? I am fiercely pro-Ukraine, but stop distracting me with a perspective only viable when looking from the north and not from a globe, not at a globe. The occupied territories are east or south of Kyiv and the Dnipro River. When referring to a region like Kherson, it is only north and south bank. Right. So, very forthright comment, and thank you for comment. I really appreciate that, but it's just simply wrong, and it's wrong geographically for a pretty obvious reason I'll show you in a minute. So when looking at the Dnipro River, it does look like, you know, this is the north bank, this is the south bank, or is it actually this is the northwest bank and this is a southeast bank? And it's a little bit dodgy, because is that the north bank? Then what about when it's here? Then that's the east bank. So this side is either the east or south, and this is the north or west. Is that always true as it meanders? Well, Dnipro is quite a simple river here because it just goes in a general single direction. But when a river meanders, then we get into a real problem. So let's look at this river, which is in the Velika Novoselka area. This is a Mokry Yali river, and as you can see, it goes all over the shop. So it turns back on itself pretty much. So we have it going, I don't know, this is going westwards, then it goes south, then it goes west, then it goes north, then it goes sort of west to south, then it goes east, and then in here it goes south and then west and then north and then west and then comes back east. So it does so north, south, east and west changes as the river goes down. To this side of the river can be both the north, the south, the east and the west, and same for this side of the river. So if you're talking about a side of the river, you need a direction that is consistent given the entire length of the river. So you know which bank you are on. To say the east bank or the south bank or the north bank or the west bank is rendered incoherent by a meandering river. I mean, just look at that area there. So what is generally understood geographically in terms of the directions, the bank positioning of a river, is understood in the direction the river is flowing and the use of left and right. So in the direction that the river is flowing, and do you know what, here I'm not 100% sure what the direction is actually, it might be flowing northwards, but imagine this river is flowing south, just for the sake of argument. The left bank would be this side, and it will always be the left bank because the river only flows in one direction. And the right bank would be this side as the river flows. When we go to Kherson, the accusation is I'm, being confusing because it's, I'm looking from a northerly direction. Well, if you understand the direction the river flows, the left bank is always this side and the right bank is always this side. Now, the problem is when you have a north-south map like this, the left is over this side and the right is over this side, but the left bank is over this side and the right bank is over that side. So I can understand the confusion, but once you know what it means to be a left and right bank, then there should be no confusion because it's always the case no matter where along that river you are. As I say, I'm not 100% sure of actually the direction of flow of this river, and it might well be that it flows northwards, and I have a feeling it does because it's getting smaller and smaller as it comes along there. So I think this flows northwards, and I assume, does it get Does it get any bigger? Well, we'll see. Someone can answer me that question, because actually that will obviously change what the left and right bank are. But hopefully that explains why left and right bank are used, and you'll see that most analysts of this war, such as Ukraine the latest, will talk about left and right bank, and the ISW Institute for the Study of War will talk about left and right bank. But they also, when it comes to the Kherson, because they understand that it's quite confusing if you're used to looking at a north-south map, they will also say the east or west in brackets after that. So that is hopefully a way around any potential confusion. I know that most of you will know that, but I just had to answer that comment because it's like, kind of, come on, JP, you're being thick here. And I'm really not. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is a reference video. Take care. Speak soon.